Hi, I'm Toyya Braskey from Galveston, Texas. My Facebook page is Galveston Psychic Paranormal Researcher. From week to week, I like to give you stories that help you to understand spiritual practices. So today, I would like to talk to you about the use of quartz crystals. I would like to validate the use of crystals. And I like to explain it to you in terms that are easy for you to understand. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that don't believe that crystals have any value at all. They think that it's pure nonsense that people use crystals. But if I explain it to you in a different way that you can understand crystals, then you'll begin to see why people use them, wear them, believe in their power. So, imagine in the 1920s and in the 1930s, quartz crystals were used in radios. So, the reason that they were used in radios were to control radio frequencies. So, if you were playing a radio channel, you would not want it to blend in or drift into other channels. And so by using just a tiny chip of a quartz crystal inside a radio, it was able to stop the frequencies of other radio stations blending or drifting into other stations. So it stabilized the station that was playing. So, in the same respect, if you think about a person wearing a crystal necklace, putting a crystal in their bra, holding it in their hand, applying it to their body, keeping one in a room, taking one in your purse, imagine that that crystal is doing the very same thing that it would do in a radio. So envision that you, as a human being or any living creature, has a radiomagnetic field around them at all times. You are oscillating energy everywhere that you go, and so is every person that you encounter. And this is why we talk about the vibes of people, feeling a certain vibe or a certain energy about people, because every time you interact with someone, their energy is blending into your space. So the reason why a lot of people wear crystals is because that crystal is doing the same thing that it did for a radio station. When a person is wearing a crystal and another person comes into your space, it has regulated your energy so that it does not blend with the people that are around you. And that's a good thing, because a lot of people have negative energy that you don't want to interact with. So that's the best way that I can describe crystals to you. Also, remember that crystals were used in quartz watches to regulate time. Now, if a tiny little crystal can regulate time and a tiny little crystal can regulate radio frequency, then believe that it can also regulate your energy from others. So that is my analogy of how crystals work. Now, when you see practitioners using crystals, what they're doing is they are either touching the body with a crystal, or they are placing crystals around a person. Maybe they're waving them in the air. But what they are doing is they are using the crystal to regulate or to block out frequencies that are negative, because all illnesses are created by frequency. We know this because even now there are sound frequencies that are killing off cancer cells. We've known this for a long time. So the military, health practitioners, natural holistic healers have used crystals for a long, long time. So I just want to tell you that I don't go buy a lot of crystals. I'm not like one of those crazy people that collect crystals and have a million crystals in my house. I just have a few very small ones. Now I wish that I could go on an expedition to Arkansas, dig in the mud, and find the biggest, most beautiful, sparkly crystal that I could find and bring that home to me. I wish that there was someone that's just tired of their crystals and says, you know what, I don't really need these. Here, you can have them. Or a geologist that would say, you know what, I've got a lot of those. Here, let me send you some. I just love crystals. I think that they are so beautiful. And I know that you don't have to have a massive crystal to protect you. You can just have that tiny little piece of the crystal and keep it with you. And if I use crystals for anything, I mostly use it when I'm doing some kind of reading or some kind of meditation, or if I'm spirit channeling. And the reason for that is because I want to protect my frequency from anything that has very negative energy that is coming in. So yes, I do use crystals sometimes, and I absolutely believe in them, and there is evidence to back that up if you look at research. So I hope that that helps you to understand how crystals work. Anyway, have a great Friday. Thank you for listening to my story. Bye.